London is the host of round 13, the Women's World Tour. The race takes place on a spectacular 5.5 kilometer circuit in central London. Organizers of the Prudential London Classique offered the women's field €100,000 of prize money, equal to the prize money given at the men's race the following day. And that made it the richest race of the Women's World Tour, where the winner took home €25,000.
It's a huge race for women's cycling. It's great that, from the start of the race it's on TV so everyone can watch us racing and how we attack the race, how we go into the race. It's really important for women's cycling.
Very excited to race on these really beautiful streets, and very, very likely it'll come down to a sprint finish, but really expecting a fast, hard race. And so Silence Pro Cycling is excited to come out and give it our best shot. And we have Carmen Small here on board as well today, so it's kind of got a little new add to our team, so we're just super excited to be here.
I think it's good to have a large variety of races to give opportunities to the different kinds of riders that make up the women's peloton. So to have races like the course and Ride London that are more in city centres, it favours the sprinters and it's great for fans as well.
You're missing the cobbles, so I calculated that we did about 78K of cobbles last weekend. So I thought, how many cobbles do we do in Flanders versus at La Course? So we did a lot of cobbles last week. This is maybe a little more turns, but I still expect the same high speeds.
Yeah, we've got a really strong team here. Obviously, Chloe won last week in La Course, so she's going to be out there to try and get the win today. And we've also got other cards to play. We've got a lot of strong attackers, so we can just go out there and pretty much play every card, which is good.
Yeah, I'm expecting a really exciting race. It's a technical course. There's some big prize money on the line. There's strong teams here, so yeah, it's going to be a good race.
It is a nice and warm day in London and a great day for racing. Roxanne Knetemann of Raboliv is the first attacker of the day. She's getting some meters by the peloton. Lotte Lepisto of Bigla Cervelo is joining her, together with Rinanda Spoor of Lens World Sonata. But later the rushing peloton caught the three riders. Then it's another attack with Alice Arzoufi, Lucinda Brandt, Mia Radotic and Lauren Hall. Lucinda Brandt won the first intermediate sprint with more than 2 bike lengths of a difference, and it looks like she has the legs to do more this race. So Brandt wins the first intermediate sprint, followed by Hall and Radotic. Then the second intermediate sprint is won by Alexis Ryan of Canyon SRAM, followed by Bertizzolo and Lucinda Brandt. The speed is very high, and there's another attack by Jessica Allen of Orica AIS, and she breaks away pretty well. Amy, Peters and Drexel bridge to Allen, and they build up a lead of 8 seconds. But this break also didn't last. On the third intermediate sprint, it is Dutch champion Anoushka Koster who starts the sprint, but is overtaken by Sarah Roy, who wins the sprint, followed by Lucinda Brandt and Lotte Lepisto. In the final lap, it is hard for the back of the peloton to keep up, so the sprinters organize themselves for a bunch sprint. Team High-Tech Products hasn't showed themselves the whole race, and it seems that they have saved their legs for the final bunch sprint to pilot Kirsten Wild to the front of the pack. Canyon SRAM is making their way forward as well, and then a crash in the front of the peloton stopped Wiggle High 5 to get any good results here in London. But up front it is Kirsten Wild that shows her powerful legs and is shooting forward, winning the London Ride Classic 2016.
I was really far behind in the last 500 meters in the tunnel, and then I thought like, oh no, I'm really too far. And I thought, okay, yeah, if I don't do it, I regret that I didn't put all my effort in going to the good position. So I full gas past everybody, and yeah, it was good enough, and I could win.
Oh yeah, it was pretty hard. I was alone, so I was just trying to use other people's trains, and it seemed like no one was actually doing a lead out. It seemed chaos out there, but maybe not. I was just so tired. Yeah, it was hard. It was strung out. It's a technical last like 500 meters to the 500 meters to go, and then it's a long sprint. So I think I was like pretty spun out. I mean, I'm not a pure sprinter, so it's hard for me to keep a high cadence and be out of the saddle. So
yeah, it was so hectical with the U-turn and the corners, and yeah, with 1K to go, actually I was really good with Leah, and then yeah, we lost each other in that U-turn, and then yeah, I couldn't do anything anymore.
So tell me about the rest of the race. Was it hectic? Was it fast?
Yeah, it was really fast. Yeah, when you're in front, it was fine, but when you are too far back, then it was really hard. But yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. So many people along the road, and yeah, so many enthusiasts. But yeah, it's a bit strange to have like a criterium in the World Tour. But yeah, I think it's a really good thing because it's also part of cycling. And yeah, criterium is something else, but I think it's nice to have everything in the World Tour.
This is a fabulous stage. Like there were so many people out today, and it's just really a good show for women. And yeah, as you can see, we raced our bikes. I mean, what did we do? An hour and a half in 60K? I mean, that was pretty quick. So yeah, I hope we gave everyone a good show.
So why did you choose for this race to race it in preparations for Rio?
Well, it was a short race, hard race, and fast. So I thought that's something a bit similar to the points race. Yeah, that was the biggest objective why I changed to this.
So, but now you actually feel ready for Rio?
Yeah, it's always good to have a good feeling with the last race you finish to go to an event. So yeah, I go with a good feeling.
Kirsten Wild of Team High-Tech Products wins, followed by a fast Nina Kessler of Lensworth Sonata and Lea Kirschmann of Liv Plantour. On the Women's World Tour ranking, no changes in the top 3, where Megan Garnier still leads with 886 points, followed by Lizzie Armitstead. Lea Kirschmann climbed up to 3rd position. In the young rider classification, it is still Kasia Niewiadoma who still leads. Floortje Mackay's 2nd, and Jip van der Bos is knocking on the door with a 3rd place. Next stop in the Women's World Tour, a team time trial in Vårgårda, Sweden.